What is going on YouTube? Today we are back with another showcase here. We are showcasing the new Super EZA INT Super Janemba that just came out, I think 2 days ago now. Sorry I'm a little late. I've been busy the past 2 days ever since the NagiGT video. But let's just take a look, just do the normal, run him through some events, see what he does, see how good he is, and maybe compare him to the other Super EZAs that have came out recently. First, let's start with Super Attack Effect. He causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. That's alright. I mean, I'd like for him to maybe give himself some defense, but that's alright. Obviously, that doesn't change. That's still the same effect from his normal EZA, but we move on. For basic effects, he has Key +2, attack and defense 200%. He does guard all attacks, which is insane. And he has a high chance of evading enemies' attacks, which is also really big. Before attacking, he has a 20% up in evading enemies' attacks, which is just insane. So you really want to have him slot 1 so he can dodge those pre-attack attacks. When the character is first or third to obtain a key sphere in a turn, his chance of evading enemy attacks are up 20% again. I think that makes it at 90% now. All allies Key +2 and attack and defense 40%, so he's given some support. When receiving an attack, he has attack and defense 100% up. For every attack received or evaded, attack 50% up to 200%. That is massive, so you're getting 200% attack if he dodges 4 attacks here. After evading an attack, he launches an additional super attack for 4 turns, so he's just got additionals on additionals. When there is an extreme class enemy, defense 200%, attacks are super effective against all types, or effective against all types. When there's an extreme class, defense 100%, great chance of attacks being effective against all types. You're going to want to run him in slot 1. We're going to run him in slot 1 with a couple teams here. He is on only a few categories here. Movie Boss's transformation boost, corroded body, and accelerated battle, and uncontrollable power. This guy can be ran on all of these teams. All of these teams now do look a little bit better. Let's just take him into a couple events. I might test him out in the newer events, but I might just make a video on those. But let's just run him through a couple events, and let's see what he can do. But let's check that hidden potential first. I obviously went all dodge. He has additionals built in, and we want him to be dodging as much as possible. Now, let's get him into a couple events and see what he can do. We're back. I got a little bit of a different team here. I wanted to run the AGL Broly team. I am going to bring 2 AGL Brolys, and one of them is going to be a floater here. I just thought maybe the look of this team was a little bit interesting. We're going to test him out here in Super Gogeta, give him a run here and see what he can do. Not amazing setup here off rip. Not kind of what I wanted to start with, but that's okay. I did want to bring him against a super class enemy, just so we can get that attack and defense 200%. But let's just run him here in slot 1. Not ideal here. I didn't want him and Kid Bill on the same turn, but it's completely fine. We'll just grab that, and we will grab this. I think this Janemba has a really good chance of being just one of the best characters in the game. I mean, he's just AGL UI at this point. Just dodge, 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 dodge. I mean, this guy just won't fail you. Attack stat of 8.9 million there. I mean, he is super effective in this fight, which is awesome. And we do like to see that. Let's see here. I feel like this is going to be a little bit longer of a fight, but that's completely fine with this Janemba. It's not like he has turn restrictions. Giving him as much time to do whatever he wants to do is great. I did see DeTruth post his showcase on him. I think he had 23 dodges on 24 attacks, which is kind of crazy. But let's just do this here. We'll grab this up, and we'll grab these up. Yeah, just for this first fight, I'm just gonna show the entire fight here. This might hit for a little bit. I'm really unsure how I feel about this Buhan. I mean, he's really hyped up, but he's not really done it too well for me. 16 million attack side. I did just take 5,000 damage. I do believe, or 500,000 damage. I do think this Gogeta actually has a super attack stat of like 4.5 mil or something like that. It looks like it'll be an easy death here for us, most likely. Just because I don't think this Broly is good enough to survive a normal attack from this guy, but I could be completely wrong. Drink water. We'll be doing a stream tonight for the JP live stream, hoping they show the Part 2 characters. I am going to do a video after this about my top 10 favorite Dokkan characters of all time. I'm going to do a video after that. Wow, that was bad. Let's run that back with probably a little bit better of a team. I might have underestimated Super Gogeta a little bit there. From what we saw, Janemba did do some good stuff, but that was kind of shocking because I just built a bad team. We'll be right back with a better team. We're just going to go ahead on this run and bring this movie bosses team here. We're probably going to see a lot of Janemba in slot 3, so we are going to be cutting in and out on this fight just to get to when he is on rotation. Off rip here, he is not on rotation, so I'm going to bring it back when he is. We are back here with Janemba on rotation. I am just going to throw him in that slot 1, let Tech Beer sit in slot 2, which is awesome, and I do love to see. We're mainly just looking to get footage of this guy. Obviously, it is his showcase, so let's just see here. Obviously, we are just going to see dodges, like I said before. Oh, he did not dodge. Interesting, but he also didn't take a lot of damage from that normal. Which we do like to see. He is guarding. He's got damage reduction. I think he's got a little bit of damage reduction. But I'm glad that we did get to see him not dodge. Just to see what that kind of damage would look like. Because usually these dodge or die characters are getting tapped by normals. I'm interested to see how much this does. 340? That's not terrible. We do need to get our HP back up now because of that. But it is okay. Might die on the next rotation, though. I'm a little unsure. Maybe I'm just running this guy poorly, or just not giving a good representation of what he can do. But I'm trying my best with him, that's for sure. We love to see all of those notifications. Yeah, we need to get some HP back up before Beerus is back on rotation, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and hit this. I don't want to keep these guys together, unfortunately. Let me check his passive real quick. He gets to, I guess he doesn't really need to be the first attacker in the turn, right? For this one. We'll just grab that. Let's grab that. And we'll just grab that there. I don't think we're going to die on this turn, unless we get Super in slot 3. I think if we get Super in slot 3, it's insta-GG's for us. But slot 1 and slot 2 should be completely fine. They should eat up pretty well. Additional normals, that's what we like to see. 17 million, dude. These worldwide download celebration characters are actually kind of crazy. Low-key wasn't the biggest fan until I started using them a lot recently. But we'll play out this turn just because I'm worried about dying. I'm worried about this guy dying. I actually recently just watched the Broly movie 2 nights ago. I'd never watched it when I was a kid. I'm watching the Janemba movie right now. I had to pause it and go to bed though. Yeah, we got tapped on the normal. Yeah, character's just not good at all. But we did tear about half of his HP up. Let's just run him in a different event here. I know this isn't going too well. I'm not playing well, I think, maybe, but we'll run him in a different event. Let's see what he can do. We're back in the Goku Story Android / Cell Saga. Just a little bit longer of a fight. I don't know how long this video is going to be. You gotta remember, this guy does really one thing, and that's just dodge. He just dodges. I mean, we saw him get hit, so I guess we honestly have already served the purpose of the character. He's gotten hit, he's done everything that he needs to do, he dodges, he does some damage. I mean, his kit's really not that hard to understand. You throw him in slot 1, you throw him in slot 3. He dodges or he doesn't. And his dodge is really high, so most likely he will be dodging. You guys should have him rainbowed. You should build him 30 dodge. There's no reason to build him additionals because he gets additional supers. There's no reason to build him crits because crits don't matter. This guy should be 30 dodge, dodging every single attack, and if he doesn't dodge, you can be angry. Call him cheeks, whatever. I think the character's pretty good. I hate super EZAs, and I think he's very decent. I think he does the job for the most part for what his purpose is on these teams, which is to be a slot 1 dodger or a slot 3 dodger. You don't want to keep this guy on rotation in slot 2, you're just wasting your own time. I don't have an Uncontrollable Power team. I do think Uncontrollable Power is probably his best team, but I don't have the team to build that with, so I do think you guys should probably be running him on Uncontrollable Power within Buhan, slot 1 and slot 2, and I think the two of them will tear up majority of missions in the game. I don't think those two are going to have a problem doing anything too difficult. I think they could do Goku and Frieza. I think they could do Gogeta. It just depends on the team that you can build around them. I obviously, like I just said, cannot build Uncontrollable Power until part 2 of the anniversary. If I get the Broly, which would be super awesome. We caught him here. I mean, to play it smart, we should throw him slot 3, just for the sake of playing smart. So we're just gonna do that. We'll see what he does in slot 3 now. I mean, obviously, we've seen him in slot 1. We haven't seen him in slot 2. Obviously, we never will. I'll never force myself to do that. But let's just see what he does in slot 3. It's not going to be a great video because it's a plain character. He's dodging. That's all he does. He dodges. His goal is to dodge. Low attack stat there. Why was this attack stat so low? Did I not understand his kit? The first or the third to grab key spheres. I guess you do want to run him more in slot 1 though because of that evading. Where he gets that 200% attack. That's probably more ideal for his character to run him in slot 1, but if you have to run him in slot 3, he's not doing much damage. Now we know that, which is great to see. Grab that up, grab that up. I'm just trying to get through the turn. I'm probably just going to play out this battle a little bit longer than obviously the other two because we don't have a lot of footage on this guy. But we'll play out the battle and we'll see. I wonder what's going to happen tonight with the new Dokkan stream. Maybe they'll show the part 2 characters. That'd be pretty fire if they did. A lot of new events coming out. I got a lot of videos to make. If I want to actually do the videos on them, I think I probably will. But just pretty excited for the next week or two. Excited for my summoning stream. I am over 1,000 stones right now, so I hope people are able to make it over to that. I hope the characters are good, and I hope that these EZAs coming up are exciting. I'm gonna make a video on the new EZAs just announced for the AGL Full Power Frieza and Super Saiyan Goku from Planet Namek Saga. I love EZAs. I gotta make a video on that. I gotta make a thumbnail. I'm really only making this video because I already made the thumbnail for the guy, so I might as well just pump out the video and upload it, because it'd be a waste of resources and time if I didn't. So let's just do it. Why not? Just get this up and going. Well, we're gonna have Janemba on the next rotation as well, which is pretty hype. But he's just gonna go in slot 3. I mean, what else am I to do with him? He's a decent character, but he's not, like, God. He's not the type of character that really excites me. He's just kind of a utility pick. And that's, like, not terrible. Like, it's cool to have utility picks, but, like, he's not... I'm not, like, knees quivering, shaking in my boots to run him. But he's good. He's good for sure. I'd have to look at a TUR tier list, see where I'd put him. Don't think he's better than Buhan. I just don't think I'd see many times I could run this guy in slot 1 with the teams that he's on. Unless he's in a rotation with Buhan, it's the only time I could see him doing that. Like with the team I ran earlier, I mean, he could definitely have gone slot 1 there, but with the better teams in the game, I don't see a way that he goes slot 1 with the majority of these teams. So I'd definitely throw up top 5 though. I definitely think it's top 5. Top 5 for that damage with slot 1, and that dodge is just incredible. I think he's better than Gogeta. I think Gogeta's a stinker. I think Vegeto's a stinker too. We'll just throw him in slot 1 for the meme, why not? For fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry about the low energy on this video. I mean, there's just nothing to be too excited about. You're gonna watch this guy dodge 300 times and do 9 million attack stats and do the same thing over and over again. I mean, he doesn't have anything special about him besides the dodge. Yeah, I don't know. It's a boring showcase, but what do you expect? You can run him on the best villain teams in the game. He's on all of the best villain teams in the game. And he dodges everything. That really is all to be said about it. And he's just surrounded by all these god tier characters, which is amazing. So I think I'll just play out this turn, and then I don't see a reason to keep running this video. I mean, I basically have already showed you what he does, so. But if you want a more comprehensive showcase, I would definitely go watch my other stuff. My other showcases are a lot better. This guy just doesn't really do anything crazy, and for the most part, I mean, I think he's just decent. He's like alright, and he does damage, he dodges. It's just a boring character. Boring, and like, if you get excited about dodges, sure, I get excited about dodges, but he's just boring. I don't know. He's fine for the most part. Just run him. That's all I can say. Well, it was a fast one, but this was the showcase for INT Super Janemba Super EZA here for the TUR. Let's just go over his kit one more time. We got key +2, attack and defense 200%, guards all attacks, and a high chance of evading enemies' attacks. Before attacking, he's got another 20% dodge. When the first or the third to obtain a key sphere in the turn, he's got another 20% dodge, so 90% dodge. And he's got allies key +2 and attack and defense 40%, so he is giving support. When receiving an attack and defense 100% up, so even if you don't dodge, you got attack and defense built up. For every attack received or evaded, attack 50% up to 200%, so you want to dodge 4 times in slot 1 to get that attack stat before you even super. After evading, he launches an additional super attack for 4 turns, so he's always going to be super. When there's a superclass enemy, defense 200%, attacks are effective against all types. When there is an extreme class enemy, defense 100%, great chance of attacks being effective against all types. Like you just saw, he dodges. Throw him in slot 1, any team, he dodges. It doesn't matter, he's on the best villain teams in the game, he dodges. I don't know what else to really say about this guy other than you know what to expect. You see what he's got. I mean, put dodge on him. He's got big bad bosses, so he's got more defense. That's exciting, but yeah, he dodges. That's all he does. He dodges, he does a little bit of damage, he dodges. Saw 1, he dodges. He does more damage, he dodges. So, hope you guys were able to enjoy the short showcase here, but there wasn't much to showcase. The guy doesn't have many different things about him. Don't run him in slot 2, run him in slot 1, he'll dodge. Oh well. But yeah, for the most part, just hope you guys are able to run the character, enjoy him. Hope you guys are able to go down below, follow my socials, read the description, and have a great day. I mean, go out there and have fun.